Once upon a time, Roland Martin went on the Ricky Smiley morning show and told the truth. Check it out.
I don't understand, Roland. Why people don't vote? Why? Why?
And here's the deal. I get it. There are people who say, and listen, this is one of the things that Democrats got to deal with. Donald Trump said, Republicans, I'm going to do this, and he's doing it. Democrats say, I'm going to do this. They don't always do what they say they're going to do. So they have to actually deliver.
Well, as you saw and heard there, Ricky Smiley basically asked him, well, why aren't people voting, right? And I guess specifically black people. And Roland says, well, the Republican Party, they do what they say they're going to do for their people, but the Democrats, not so much, right? Now, there's the truth. Now, somebody told me that people didn't like what Roland said. I haven't seen any evidence of that, but, why wouldn't they like him telling the truth? Is it because they're not used to him really telling the truth like that about the Democrats? Well, it is true. The Democrats do not deliver for their most loyal group of voters, which is black people, right? 92% to 78%, that's the amount that voted for Kamala Harris, right? They don't. And as of lately, they haven't really even promised black voters anything because they don't have to now, right? Because they know that we are going to show up no matter what and just vote just because, right? Whether it's a fish fry involved, some twerking, no voting, no fucking, they all on board with that kind of stuff. But yeah, the last election, a lot of black voters is like, I don't think I'm going to do that this time, whether I vote for Trump, whether I sit on the couch or vote for something or somebody else, right? They just didn't want to vote for Kamala, especially that she was doing for everybody else and out of her own mouth said that she wasn't going to do anything that just benefits black people. No, right? Now, of course, at the 11th hour, if you will, she tried to come up with the black man plan that was for black men and others. Because, they like to other us. They don't never like to do anything specifically for us. But I don't understand why people would be mad at Roland for telling the truth. Is it because they're used to him kind of glossing over the truth a little bit? Now, I don't want to call the man a liar, but, he finally said the quiet part out loud from the Democrat shield plantation, if you will. Yeah, Democrats don't follow through. They don't follow through on what they say they're going to do for black people. Now, most of us, well, I don't know how many of the most, but a lot of us, let's say that a lot of us already knew that. Again, which is why a lot of us abstained from the Democrat Party. And I tell you all the time, I used to be a Democrat through and through. But then when I woke up, I said, why? Why are you loyal to any party? Now, I should say that I'm not a Republican. I don't cut for the Republican Party either because the Republicans don't cut for black people. But the Republicans don't say, hey, come to the fish fry, rather. Come and watch Megan Thee Stallion twerk something, right? They don't do that. Because they know we're not going to show up for them like we do the Democrat Party. Now, are there a little bit more black voters showing up for the Republican Party? Sure. Now, some tells me that's going to change, right? Because Trump is showing his whole behind. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah, Roland, sounds like some people don't like that you said the quiet part out loud. But you know what? Free yourself, brother. Keep speaking the truth and let them know, hey, yes, the Democrats do not do what they say they're going to do for black people. But the good news is, if the Democrats start delivering for black people like they do the immigrants and everybody else, then, hey, black people will show back up. And, black people who have been sitting on the couch and say, you know what? Let me give the Democrat Party another try. Now, let me say this. They got to actually be doing something specifically. We don't want that All Lives Matter bill. We don't want that Asian hate crime bill that you say, Roland and anybody else, that is for black people too. But if you can read it yourself, you'll see that it never says black people or anybody else, right? So again, if the Democrat Party, and stop talking about that HR 40 study about the reparations. We don't need to study reparations no more. We know what reparations is about and they know what it's about, right? And, Ayanna Pressley, the representative rather, she talking about it and we ain't heard her talk about it in a while. But, she's talking about, we want $3 trillion for black Americans. You were, descendants of slavery. No, we don't want $3 trillion. We want a lot more than that, right? That's cute, but it's not enough, right? But of course, that's her way of saying, listen, we know we screwed up. When I say we, the Democrat Party, we screwed up again and again and again when it comes to the black voter. But here's something right now. Don't just throw us some crumbs and say, deal with it. We want what's due us that was robbed from our ancestors. So yeah, Roland, thank you for telling the truth and telling the truth to people who weren't expecting that. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, the Demetra